Hello then people, and welcome back to the Just Joe Football Show, and it is time for your Leeds versus West Ham United pre-match chat. Listen, I can't lie to you. You know I'm always trying to glean the positives out of any situation Leeds United are involved in. I am a glass half full kind of guy when it comes to Leeds United, but even I'm struggling. Even I'm struggling at this moment in time, but I will try get some positives out of this fixture for you. Sorry for it being a bit later than usual, but it's been a bit of a hectic week for me. I have officially started university, but as I said, I will always endeavour to continue to put out some content for you. And if you would like me to continue doing so, then as is always the case, please smash a like on this video, subscribe to the channel, get your comments in, and of course hit that notification bell. We're going to start first of all with Leeds United, of course, and the squad status. Leeds United are in disarray. We have like 7 first-teamers out of it. West Ham were favourites for this tie anyway, if we're being true to ourselves, just based on Leeds United's current form and how well West Ham are playing. You know, I didn't think they'd be able to replicate it second season around. I didn't. I used to say to Corey, you all know Corey, you know, all the time, it's a proper West Ham way for them to get Europe and then fail the following season. But David Moyes has worked miracles there, and he's getting a tune out of them. And not only that, they now have squad depth as well. You know, I don't know if you're aware, but midweek, they were able to rest Soufal, Zuma, Ogbonna, Creswell, their whole back four. Rice, Souček, Benrahma, Fornells, Antonio didn't play, and he was back from suspension. This is what West Ham have now in their squad. But from a Leeds United perspective, it's threadbare. We know that Bielsa likes a small squad anyway. And I've been mentioning over the last few videos about how Bielsa was really, for me, reluctant to play the youth. It was only ever forced upon him. And someone in the comments, you'll know who you are, made a fantastic point and said, Joe, but by Bielsa having a small squad, it gives the opportunity for the youth to get into the squad if in case of injuries or situations like this. And I sat and thought about it, went, yeah, you're bob on actually, you bang on. Because if, for example, we did have squad depth, these players won't be any closer regardless of injuries. And we've seen against Fulham, Creswell, unbelievable performance, man of the match for me, and has to start. And I think based on Bielsa's comments, will start. And he's someone who will be able to compete with the aerial prowess of West Ham. You know, half of their team are decent in the air. We know that from last season, they scored 4 set pieces against us. You know, it's an area we lack in. So having Creswell in there, he's probably a better header than the other centre-backs in the squad, if we're being honest. So that's a massive plus, and I think he will start. But let's just go back to Leeds United's current squad woes. Bamford out. Koch out. Llorente out. All out with injuries. Strauch suspended. Still wrongly, in my opinion. Still wrongly, but there you go. And decisions to be made on Rafinha, Harrison and Elland. Rafinha and Harrison, I think, may get in there. And if they get in there to come 2 o'clock, you know, I was speaking with Connor yesterday on his channel on One Leeds. Make sure you check it out. And we were chatting how, like, Saturday will come round and, you know, you'll get giddy and it'll be like, no, Leeds United are going to get a result in this. But one thing I will be certain of, if come 2 o'clock, Rafinha and Harrison are in that lineup, the mood will go up a notch. You know, Harrison's had COVID. I found it strange how Bielsa said he was unsure whether or not he'll start, because surely they know what date he's out of isolation or out of his quarantine phase. But I guess it depends on fitness. But one thing you will say is Harrison's fit as a butcher's dog, and he's been putting images on his Instagram story and all that sort of stuff showing him training at home. So he'll be fit, ready, raring to go. Rafinha's an interesting one, because for me, Rafinha was carrying a knock against Newcastle, hence why he was brought off for Somerville. There was question marks about him starting, if you remember, before the game. Harrison. Of course, Harrison was out, but the fact that Rafinha was brought off, for me, they didn't want to risk it further. But they may need to risk it in this game against West Ham. We need to get a win on the board. We need to have a decent performance, and it's going to be tough. With a full fit squad, it was going to be tough against the Hammers. So with a threadbare squad, best know that this is going to be tough. And if you were to give me a point now, I would take it. And that's so unlike me. Luke Aylin's an interesting one. There'll be certain sections of the fan base that go, I don't really miss him. You know, it's true though, right? Just based on current form. I think Shackleton, give Shackleton a run at right back. Don't be putting Dallas there. Put Dallas in midfield alongside Click. Play Rodrigo up top. Play Harrison and James on the left. Rafinha or Somerville on the right. Or switch the wingers whichever way you want. And then the back four for me should be, we will play with a 4-1-4-1 going up against West Ham's 4-2-3-1. It should be Shackleton at right back, Creswell and Cooper at centre back, and at left back Junior Firpo and obviously Calvin just ahead of him. That would be the lineup I would go with. But I know that Bielsa will go with Roberts, and I think Roberts will lead the line. Rodrigo will be behind him. Your wingers, depending on fitness. And then he'll probably go with Click in midfield with Rodrigo. And probably put Dallas at right back, I think, if Elland is out. But I wouldn't like that. I would like to see him switch it up. And Jamie Shackleton impressed against Fulham, both in midfield and at right back. And whenever he's been brought on as a right wing back, a right back this season, he has looked decent. So get him in there. But I think Creswell is a shoo-in to start. Bielsa said in his press conference, there was... you could tell from him not using him at Newcastle, it was an indication of where he was in the pecking order. I think a lot of us would have liked to have seen him start there, but instead Elland partnered Cooper. But after Fulham, Bielsa said he has now taken a step forward. I have to read the message that he showed me on that football pitch. So that tells me if he was lower down the pecking order against Newcastle, he's now up the pecking order and therefore will come in at centre-back alongside Creswell. Alongside Cooper, sorry. And that needs to worry the rest of the squad. Cooper needs to look over his shoulder when we've got Llorente and Strout back. Elland needs to look over his shoulder. This is what I'm saying. We need to have competition for places. And it's an opportunity for these players now to make a claim. Because if they play well enough, Bielsa will continue to play them. 100%. One thing that Bielsa did say on the injuries as well, and this comes back to that depth and having a squad, he said, there comes a time where you have to demonstrate that the project can resolve these uncomfortable situations. Yeah? So, the project is having a small squad, having it largely, put together with under-23s underneath the first team. And this is where he believes the project can resolve the comfortable situations. If we come through this patch with all these injuries with not many points, then yeah, we have a better argument as a fan base or whoever disputes Bielsa's methods to say, well, look, it didn't work. But Bielsa has, enough confidence in his project to know that these under-23s will be ready. And the bench is going to be largely under-23s, isn't it? If Rafinha and Harrison are out, Geldart might get a chance in the Premier League, Greenwood, all these other players, McKinstry, who had a good game against Fulham as well, he's well thought of. So, they have to show up and give a good account of themselves. Because this will be, our first time, I think, since like the 50s. I might be wrong, but it's the first time we'll look to avoid a 6 consecutive winless league game, But we have confidence from the midweek game against Fulham. Coming through penalties with a largely patched together squad, it can breed a good atmosphere within the dressing room. But it's going to be tough. West Ham scored 4 goals against us last season. They're unbeaten in 9 of their last 10 Premier League games, where they've started as favourites away from home. And they're favourites in this game. So if that stat's anything to go by, they should be expecting to win, and they are. I spoke to Corey. They are expecting to win. They would be expecting to win prior to our lineup issues. This would be the first time they've got 3 straight victories as well against Leeds United if they were to win the game since the 50s. And as I say, they have returning from suspension, of course, Mikel Antonio. He's already got 4 goals and 3 assists this season. They rested Soufal, Zuma, Ogbonna, Creswell, Rice, Souček, Benrahma, Fornells. They're all going to be in there, guys. We are going to struggle against this side. And that's what I'm saying. If we can get a point, it's a positive point. It really is. If we got a win, it'd be amazing and would really kickstart our season. And the way football works is that everything tells you West Ham win. Leeds United could be a coupon buster. Leeds United could throw up a shock. Leeds United could throw up a surprise. And who better to do that than Bielsa and Leeds United? His methods, these young lads that will be called upon. Why not? I think the main worry for me is obviously we think back to games this season where we struggled and we look at centre-backs marauding from the edge of their box to the edge of ours and laying on passes, Joel Matip, Yerry Mina, all these people. Well, they have Souček and Rice to be able to do that. They've got the flair of Benrahma, Fornells, who when I've watched West Ham this season has been has been a key player. You know, Bowen. We all know about Bowen, and of course Mikel Antonio. I think we've all got him in our fantasy Premier League teams. I know some Leeds fans will be captaining him. I'm telling you, I know that for a fact. Listen, look, if you gave me a point now, I would snap your hands off. But being the eternal optimist, I'm saying that we win the game 2-1. Why not? Why not? Creswell header in the box. I think he can deal with Antonio in the air. You know, he can deal with them at the aerial threat. Him and Cooper, they're going to be up against it. But they can do it, man. We can do it. Leeds United can do it. Why not? But it is going to be tough. And if you gave me a point now, I would take it. But Leeds fans, if we are beaten, don't lose your heads. They're a great side. They're a great side. I can't tell you how to behave. That's entirely up to you. But I would just say, you know, a bit calm. I think the key thing for us now, it's these next 5 fixtures, West Ham being the first of it. Because after 10 games of the season, I can look at it, take a step back and say, right, okay, how is this season going to end? How is it going to, you know, unfold? Because, you know, I know a lot of people are saying, oh, we've played Liverpool, with Man United. We've also played Burnley and Newcastle. You know, in these next 5 fixtures, we've got West Ham, Watford, Southampton, Norwich, you know. These are, I just realised that's 4, I think. But yeah, you get what I'm saying. I can't remember the other one now off the top of my head. But that'll give us a good barometer of where we stand, you know. 10 games in, playing the teams that we've played. A lot of them who we expect to be below us in the table, or did expect to be below us in the table. So this is the start of a really important run for Leeds United. If we do get beat, okay, we get beat, but we have to perform. We have to be at a decent level. I don't want to be getting beat 3-4. Nah, not for me. And West Ham, they have the capability to do that. We've seen what they did against Newcastle. You know, they are a great side. And props to West Ham and David Moyes for what he's done there. So it's all about the performance for me. And if we can get a point, amazing. If we win the game, wow. But it is going to be tough. And who'd have thought we'd be saying that about a West Ham fixture only a season ago? We wouldn't have been. But that's how good and how far they've come. So look, it's going to be tough, but I will stick my neck out and say Leeds United can win the game 2-1. But if you give me a point, I'd take it right now. But listen, thank you as always for watching the Just Joe Football Show. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, what your lineup will be, and of course your score prediction. And yeah, enjoy the game. I'll have some post-match out, maybe a match day vlog as well. And if you can't enjoy the game because it goes the wrong way, then enjoy your weekend, or at least try to. But yeah, peace out now. Leeds.